Guitars, coming to you from my shop in Goderich, Ontario. I wanted to just take a couple minutes and shoot a quick video of this instrument before I ship it out. It's a kind of unique thing. It's a Guitar-bouzouki. It's not the first one I've built, but this year will be the first year that I built some of these in the past 2 or 3 years. It's not something I've done a lot in the past, but I think I will be doing it more in the future. For those of you who aren't familiar with the bouzouki, it's traditionally a teardrop shaped instrument with 8 strings tuned in pairs, and used a lot in Celtic folk music. You'll hear of an Irish bouzouki or a Greek bouzouki. Well, this is taking that same string configuration and putting it on a guitar body. And there's a lot of great guitar bouzouki players out there. I've had the privilege to see James Fagan a number of times, who's come through our local Celtic Music Festival. And Tony McManus, great guitarist, also plays a guitar bouzouki custom made for him by Paul Reed Smith. And so this is my latest take on the guitar bouzouki, 25.4 inch scale, OM shaped body, light gauge guitar strings. This was designed with Ken Fox at Paramount Guitars, and Ken kind of suggested to me that I maybe think about trying something really simple with kind of a vintage vibe. Some of the, taking inspiration from guitars built in the 40s and 50s. And so this is what I came up with, and the idea was just to keep it really simple and really clean. And so I'll just point out a few of the key features you see here. One is the burst finish. I haven't done a burst finish in 4 or 5 years, but I'm very happy with how this turned out. I think it's really beautiful, and I'll probably be doing more of those in the future. It's a Sitka spruce top, high gloss lacquer finish, rosewood bridge, fretboard, head plate, spalted maple rosette. The back and sides are mahogany, as well as the neck, one-piece mahogany neck, curly maple binding. You'll notice that there's no rosette, but there is a curly maple binding on the edge of the sound hole. Godot tuning machines. One other kind of unique feature about this guitar is the finish on the back, sides, and neck. This is a hand-rubbed oil finish that I've used, and it is a glossy finish. It really brings out the grain in the wood nicely. It's not a mirror high gloss finish like the lacquer, where you sand it and let it dry and sand it and buff it and lots of spraying, but this is simply rubbed on by hand, and then I allow it to dry. And so it's a very natural looking finish. You see some of the wood grain in the pores, which again looks really natural. It's a very protective finish. It's going to give you at least as much protection, probably more protection against sweat and those kind of things than a traditional lacquer will. And I use the same finish on the neck. I just on the neck I've rubbed it out with some steel wool to give it a satin feel. And so there you have it, the guitar bouzouki, a great rhythm instrument. Or a great instrument for playing lead and tunes, individual note stuff. I'm not a bouzouki player, so I can't demonstrate it very well. But it's a really fun instrument to play. If you're a guitarist, it doesn't take too much to learn how to play this. There's lots of kind of 2 and 2 finger chords, lots of open chords. It's tuned G, D, A, D, but there are a lot of people that'll tune it like a mandolin, G, D, A, E, or use open tunings, an open G or a D, A, D, A tuning, or AD or AD. There's a whole bunch of different ways that you can tune it. And so easy to play, fun to play. Because this is a simple guitar, especially relative to what I normally build, we've been able to get the price down on it a fair bit lower than my standard stuff. And so I'd encourage you to contact Ken Fox at Paramount Guitars in Wisconsin. Let him know that you're interested in this instrument. I believe there will also be some OM regular 6-string guitars on their way to Paramount later this fall. built in a similar style to this one. So be sure to check out Ken's website, ParamountGuitars.com. For more information about my guitars, visit HouseGuitars.com. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see behind the scenes footage, model overviews, and those kind of things. Thanks for watching.